The old woman pushed open her wooden door, and warm, dim light spilled onto the porch. Liam stepped inside hesitantly, still clutching his blanket like a shield. Her house was small, but cozy. The faint smell of herbs mixed with the scent of old books and burning firewood. A kettle whistled softly in the corner, like it had been waiting for someone. "Sit, my child," she said gently, motioning toward a cushioned chair near the fire. Liam climbed into it slowly, still shaking from the cold and from everything she had hinted at. The flames crackled softly, wrapping him in a warmth he hadn't felt in a very long time. The woman watched him closely, almost too closely, like every tiny movement mattered. She walked to an old wooden shelf and opened a tiny drawer. Her fingers trembled as she pulled out a faded photograph. She didn't give it to him immediately. She just stared at it. Her voice cracked when she finally spoke. "I knew a man, long ago, a man your mother once loved, a man who disappeared before you were born." Liam's breath hitched. His hands curled tighter around the blanket. She slowly handed him the photograph. The moment Liam saw it, his heart nearly stopped. The man in the picture, the eyes, the smile. He looked almost exactly like Liam, almost as if the picture was of Liam grown older. Liam looked up at her, confused, scared, desperate for answers. Who is he?" he whispered. The woman swallowed hard, her eyes glistening. "That child is your father." Liam stared at the photo, unable to blink. "My father? But why didn't my mom tell me?" The woman sat across from him, her expression a mixture of fear and guilt. "Because his disappearance was no accident," she said softly. Liam's heart pounded louder. He could hear it in his ears, drowning out the crackling fire. What happened to him?" His voice trembled. She hesitated, then leaned forward. "Your stepfather wasn't always in your mother's life. When she met him, things changed. Your real father began to sense danger. He tried to protect both of you." She closed her eyes, pained by the memory. "But one night he vanished. No goodbye, no trace, no explanation." Liam felt the room tilt. His fingers shook violently around the photo. His father vanished? Because of who? Because of what? The woman's voice grew faint, like she was reliving something she wished she could forget. "Your stepfather told everyone your father abandoned your family. But that was a lie. Your father feared something in that house, something dark, something dangerous." Liam's breath choked in his throat. "But why did they lock me out? Why tonight?" The woman looked at him with deep sorrow. "Because you asked the one question they never wanted you to ask." The room fell completely silent. Liam stared into her eyes, fear rising inside him like a storm. What does my stepfather know?" She looked toward the window cautiously, as though afraid the shadows might be listening. "More than you think," she whispered. "And now that you've remembered your father, they will do anything to keep the truth buried." Liam's tiny chest tightened. His hands trembled uncontrollably. What truth?" he asked weakly. The woman stood slowly, her face pale. "That night your father disappeared. Someone saw what happened. Someone who was threatened into silence." Liam's voice cracked. "Who?" She took a deep breath and whispered, "Me." In the comments section, share your thoughts on Liam's story. Do you think he was being treated fairly? If you were Liam, what would you do? And do well to subscribe to this channel to follow this interesting story and discover the interesting thing that is bound to happen next.